In my next life, I'm coming back with money and looks instead of all this sparkling personality bullshit. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. My name is Johan. This is a YouTube shaving channel where we wet shave, traditional wet shaving. What is that, you wonder? Well, stay tuned. But it's not all shaving, it's also deep dives into big philosophical topics like, no, I'm just kidding. We do tell jokes though. Got a bit of unboxing to do. 2 parcels. I initiated neither, so that's pretty cool. This has no return address. And I've got a feeling of what it might be actually. And yes, old newspapers. I collect those. Oh, there's something inside as well. Cool. Cool. I wonder what newspaper it is. Does it say? Does it say? No. Well, it's commercial. Ooh, nice looking little thing. This is from Frank Shaving. So this will be from Frank or Matti or Zani. And very cool looking. I haven't tried this before. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is. I'll try and figure out. I think it's a synthetic, but it's made to look a bit like I don't know, horsehair. Not quite a badger. I think it's a synthetic. I'm going to play around and soak this. I'll clean it first so that none of those three, no germs from those 3 disgusting gentlemen are on it, just in case they've used it. Just kidding, I'm sure they have wonderful germs. And cool, really cool. We'll try this out off camera. And this is from Løthur. Løthur. Oh, there you got my address. Well, most people have that anyway. In case you want to send me something. Okay, so we're gonna unbox. I did have unboxing tools. I'm not sure I need to use them because I've got grown-up hands. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, it is indeed from Løthur. And it is Dave, which I don't have. I have Tears and Calm. Google what that is. And this is pretty cool stuff. This is juice. Now I did read up, I woke up in the middle of the night and did read up on what the scent notes were. And I kind of forgot, and they were a bit complicated. There's a lot of words that I didn't understand. Some flowery stuff, a bit of woody notes, a bit of lemon, a bit of tea. It's a seasonal scent, and it's the newest release. Oh yeah, that is nice. It's a bit fruity. Well, it is called juice. Ah, very nice, very nice. Thanks, John, appreciate that. This is a gift from John. Oh, there's a £50 note as well. I thought we said 100. But okay, you know, I'll that's okay. I'll speak well of one of these, if that's okay. Just kidding. Cool. I'm gonna, I'll be back for the shave. I'm back. You know what this is? It's a horsehair brush. So I'm gonna shave with that. I'm gonna load from the container and I'm gonna face lather, and then I'm gonna spend 2 weeks untangling everything. Now I took it for a wash and it felt like, you know, felt like horse Or maybe this should be cleaned a lot and broken in. So this may or may not work, but I've got to try it. I only have one other horsehair brush, and it's, at least I think it's horsehair, I'm pretty sure. It's this one, V-Long, cheap and cheerful. And this one is pretty hopeless when it comes to, well, it's too soft, it has no backbone. This might actually. The problem with horsehairs are that they sort of fold very easily. So backbone or not, I'm gonna try it, and I've decided to go with Løthur juice. And I did check out the scent notes, and this is what they say. This is what Johnny says. Inspired by, but not identical to, a British classic cordial, aka squash, aka juice. Okay, so some British may understand that. It's far from fruity. Well, this scent is a masculine and moorish fragrance with notes of cassis, blackcurrant bud, lemon, bay accord, woody accord, and lily of the valley. So that's what we're doing. And we've got a razor too, and the razor is Ralph Aust 6/8 super hollow straight razor. Okay, here we go. So cool. I think I may need to get another brush. We'll see. We shall see. So I hope it's soaked enough. You almost don't want to soak it in case it gets too soft. So let's see. Okay, pop the cherry on this one. The brush it's quite heavy because it has this heavy thing at the bottom. Yeah, you get a little bit of a British feel for it. Tobbs, Triffitt Hill, you know, that sort of, I don't know. Hope it's not too heavy. Okay, so loading. It's not collapsing yet. That might be enough, actually. Well, in case it's not broken in, then it's just going to absorb into the skin. Oh, it smells nice. It smells nice. So like a British squash. And I guess squash, not the racket sport or the vegetable, but a fruit punch. Is that it? So Løthur soaps require a bit of work. They are toothpastey as heck in the beginning, so you need to add a lot of water, and I did not underload, I can tell already. So probably absolutely the wrong brush for this. But that's okay, you know, I'm ready to swap brushes in case this one collapses. I'm being a bit careful. Ordinarily I would have splayed this a lot more. Can you see it looks like wet toothpaste? I don't know if you can. Very much like this. Interestingly, this is tallow, right? God, my memory is so bad. I'm pretty sure this is a tallow soap. Ingredients, yes. So, what it feels like, pretty dry to start with, is Heather's new vegan base. Feels very similar. You might not down the line, but it does now. Okay, shit. And just like Heather's vegan base, Singari Man, I mean. Oh, it's way too much soap. Well, okay. Well, anyway, the brush is gonna have to own up to the challenge, that's for sure. I expect we'll be losing a lot of hairs too. Let's see. There's one. Because you do quite often initially, you know. letting the tap run. Yeah, I'm saying tap. For the moment, I'm deciding on tap rather than faucet. So are only black old women left after I warned kids and white folks? Well, welcome anyway. This smells really nice, really nice. I don't know what to think, because I smell quite a bit of fruitiness. Nothing wrong with that. But Johnny's saying far from fruity. It is fruity, but it's not fruity. It doesn't smell like, you know, freshly pressed fruit. That's not what I mean. There's one more. Starting to look really good, and the brush is holding together. I'm a little bit amazed. Let's do some heavier splaying, see what happens. Yeah, there you go. It's tangled in the middle. Not that it's annoying, and this actually works. This horse brush works. I'm really happy. Because I've been wanting a horse brush that actually works for face lathering, and this one does. So really cool on Frank shaving. Still think it's a little bit heavy, and it's the bottom. The bottom unscrews, I think. I guess you can't change it. People like to play around with their brushes. People play around with so many different things. I guess brushes is one of them. Well, that didn't take too much. It took a lot of water, but not too much effort. Even though I loaded heavy. Oh, you see, it's flying everywhere. This lather is on point. Really is going everywhere. Now it'll be interesting to see what the brush is like once I clean it up after shaving. Because horse brushes, you have to untangle the hairs. What do you think? Jesus. Oh, sweet. So they require a bit more work. I don't think I've heard anyone say they prefer horse brushes out of all the different brushes there are. Some say they're okay, but no one's super enthusiastic. Lovely. So this is the third Løthur soap I try. I'll try Dave shortly as well. So the hair, lather is on point. Au point. Try not to cut the lip again. Still, it's not bleeding, but there is a line there. After putting a Damascus steel straight razor through it a couple of days ago. It's on video. Some people were really happy, like Justin McIntyre. He enjoys when there's blood. I think Martin Rowland does as well. He doesn't always say, but I think he does. Vampires. Those two gentlemen are fellow YouTubers. Red Island Shaver and YNNV Shaves. Is there another hair there? No. What have I lost? 3 so far? Not too bad. You know, some new brushes, they're not really brushes, it's more the hairs were sent with the brush handle. But I've been very lucky. I've had tremendously good experience with brushes. Mind you, I buy a lot of them second hand, which I think for brushes in particular is not a bad idea. You get a slightly better price. You always get them in good shape, and if you're buying them from someone you know or in a group, you know they're not going to sell you crap most of the time. So brushes and razors used. Why not? I know it's intimate, and you throw the brush around your face, etc. But just clean it before you clean it in between shaves anyway. I'm not bothered. I was just joking about the germs before. Cool, really cool. Cracking soup. I've heard a few people say they have some issues lathering Løthur soaps with natural hair brushes, but I've used Badger, synthetic obviously, oh that was a hair, Badger, Boar and now Horse, and no difference really. I've had one or two experiences when it's taken a bit more effort to build leather, but then it's been me and it's been how I've hydrated it, because the next day is just perfect with the same damn brush. So if you make a good lather once out of a soap, then you can do it every single time if you know what you're doing. Most of the time when there's something wrong with your shave, it's you, or at least in my case it's me. Very rarely the equipment, especially if I've had good experience with that equipment before. Okay, cool. So a very slick soap, like most soaps. Really cool scent. The scent strength on Løthur soaps is, well, it's not very high. Personally, I don't mind that. That's not a nick, that's an old spot. Bring the alum down. No, I always forget. A bit of water and a bit of, and there we go. Someone was saying, was it Stephen Boyd? No, it was Mike Dershell. I can't remember. Commented when I cut my lip, saying, if it doesn't require stitches, it's not a cut. It's a nick. Bloody brilliant. But it's interesting this, I still feel a resemblance between this lather and Singariman's new vegan lather. Interesting. So is that vegan imitating tallow, or are they just because I sometimes say, there's something about tallow in soap, but in a blind test between two good soaps, I couldn't say which is tallow and which is vegan. No way. No way. Okay, I'm not the most analytical soap user out there. But can you tell sometimes? And when you've answered, did you tell the truth? Maybe you can. Maybe it's just me. More alum. It's a good trick, that. Because I always do this stretch movement. It's a hair, not a horse hair. Yeah, cool with the brush, really cool. You know, it doesn't look too collapsed. I'm sure it's tangled as hell in there. But that's okay, because you know that, and it works, and it's still standing up, and you can splay it, and then it goes like this. But any brush would. Really cool. I like it. I just need to figure out who sent it. I think it's Sunny. Sunny Shahini manages the Facebook group Wet Shavers United. And Wet Shavers United were asked by Frank Shaving to try out a bunch of brushes. So Sunny's trying some out, I'm trying a few out. Frank Strömberg at Wet Shaving and Stuff have a few, and then Matti Lindholm. Both those two latter ones are on YouTube. And in general, the experience has been good. Frank really enjoys Frank Shaving. Ah, it's because that's his name. Huh. No, he likes them, and he's had quite a few, and I think Matti's been pretty happy too. I haven't talked to Sonny actually. I will. This is going to be a good close shave. Sort of buffing a little bit, changing directions, etc. instead of doing pickups. So I've shaved so many times with straight razors. I'm still changing things, still changing patterns, the order I shave in. I'm gonna rinse. Sorry. This feels so good. This feels so good on the face, so much good stuff in there. Ah. It's creamy, and it's taken a while to rinse off because of all the slickness and all the juices. We're almost there, so I'm going to do cold rinse as well. I like it. Voila, very good, very good. Okay, so aftershave, absolutely no fit whatsoever. I just feel like it. Night music. I am CBB's favorite. It's a bit of splash there, quite a bit of splash on the face. And on the head, night music is from Barrister and Mann, who have the craziest scents out there. Not always the most pleasant, but Barrister and Mann, with all due respect to other artisans, is probably the most interesting scent maker in the shaving soap community. Now, I like night music so much that I even have the perfume. How crazy is that? I just inhaled it. Well, my breath's going to be good. Very cool, very cool. So I shaved with Juice from Løthur, and I shaved with this funny brush. Well, it's not fun. There's nothing funny about it. It was just really good. I'm rinsing it out. Doesn't look too bad. It's black, so you can't see it. Finally, a good horsehair brush, because the V-long one was, you know, sorry about the noise, but I'm gonna make sure I rinse it sort of properly. I think I got most of it. interesting. Can you see? It's actually not too bad. If this is synthetic, I'm gonna look so stupid, aren't I? I'm pretty sure it's a horsehair brush. Okay, if it isn't, I'm an idiot. It just felt like it. And so this has taken a while, but let's do a proper, this is how I dry brushes. And I sort of don't care if they're synthetic or badger or expensive. I just whack them like crazy, because this is a good way of getting them clean too. Dry and clean. Can you see? Hitting that MFer pretty badly. So when you do that, you can see it tangled up a little bit. But not too bad, less than the V-Long actually. And then you need a comb, and I'm not going to do that on camera because I barely know what I'm doing. You comb out, do it down here actually, let's see how many hairs come out. Okay, I'm beating this thing badly. Okay, please don't cut that and put it out of context. So a few hairs came out naturally because we're sort of breaking it in. Super easy to comb. God, I hope it's a horsehair brush. I'm not sure Zanny knows. If you know, please comment. And if it's not horsehair, I'm gonna look like an idiot. But I really, really like it. Actually, if it's not horsehair, don't tell me. Is it badger? Could it be badger? I'm confused. I'm going to call it horsehair. And if it isn't, don't tell me. Right? Basta, that's enough. I'm smelling good. I'm going to drive my wife to work now and then get cracking on my own. Have a wonderful rest of the week. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Frank Shaving, and thank you, Løthur, Johnny. Appreciate it. Until the next time, stay sharp.